Junior, this way, and your scam, and your fraud. No clue with me and me, me and me, oh, no, no, me and me, and your fraud cry. Mom, what's a guy like cry? When you show somebody the corner, as I say, the corner, Papa say, Junior, just said the corner. The kinky is too good.
The kinky is too good.
How?
Sorry.
That's his face.
Calling a monkey.
Face like a monkey shadow.
Hello everyone, a warm welcome back to my channel. So today I want to be sharing with you this kinky recipe, okay? So the reason I'm sharing this kinky recipe is because kinky making can be very tricky. I'm sure most of you will agree with me, right? I've had my fair share of tricky kinky, right? But now I have just, come up with this recipe that will make your kinky look like this, right? The color can be a bit whiter because my corn or my dough is different, right? But then if you use yellow corn, your kinky will be yellow, so that will be fine. But then the texture and the softness, everything will be like this. This kinky, trust me, is the best kinky you will ever make, right? So that is the reason I came up with it. And this is an unusual recipe, okay? I'm saying it's unusual because it's not your traditional way of making kinky. So kinky experts, please spare me, okay? Don't come and crucify me because I'm doing it a different way, right? I know how to do the proper way. I've done it on my channel here and I'll link that recipe for you. But this is a different way for those who struggle to make the best kinky. So trust me, you will love this recipe. It's a bit of hard work, but you still love it. And the outcome will it's like a war. It's like childbirth, right? When you are pregnant, you go through hard times, right? When you're giving birth, the labor is so painful. But when you look at your child's face, all the pain disappears, right? When you look at your kinky, all your labor or your obre will disappear. Okay, so this video that I'm talking over, I'll stick it at the end for you, right? For you to listen to me ranting and talking about this kinky if you're interested. Otherwise, you can just leave it. When you get to the end, you just leave it. But when you listen to it, you love it. It's a very nice, lovely video. All right, so let's get into the kinky making. So first of all, our dough. This is my corn dough, okay? Very fermented corn dough. You can smell the fermentation from afar. That is a good one. So what I'm going to be doing here, right, is optional, but then it helps the kinky making. So just, if you want to get the outcome, just follow this recipe to the letter. If you don't have this thing that I'm using, this thing is just, it came with my my halogen oven, right? And I'm passing the corn dough through it so that it breaks apart like, like Gary, Right now, I'm dividing it into 3 equal parts. 3 equal parts. So whatever you can use to divide it, you can use your scale to measure it, whatever, but just make sure you have 3 equal parts, right? So in a pot, I'm going to pour 1 part in it and I'm going to, dissolve it and make it into like, the kinky solution or the cocoa solution or whatever, right? So we are going to be making the aflata. We're going to make the banku for the kinky and you add your salt. And when you break it up, when you pass it through the sieve or whatever, you find out, as soon as you add the water, it all dissolves, right? It's easy. You don't have to go in to break things down, right? So you know why I did that in a minute when we get there. So you're going to form your banku. You just like you're making banku. All you need to do is keep on stirring until it becomes hard, and make sure you have enough water in it. Okay, I'm going to put some exact measurements for you, right, so that you have an idea. But your quantity may not be my quantity, but you can double it or you can, half it, however you want. Okay. So once your banku forms nicely, you've crushed any lumps that may have formed. There shouldn't be lumps because you'll be stirring this constantly. So for your normal kinky, once the banku is done, what you do is set it aside, probably let it cool a bit, and then you add your corn dough. Okay. But that's not what we are doing here. This is the twist I'm talking to you about. And this is why you needed to fluff out your dough. Okay, so that's easy when you add it. So you'll be going to add your raw dough to your banku whilst the banku is still on fire. Okay, you don't turn off the fire. You can reduce the heat now, right? And what you're going to do is going to mix it. This is where the hard work is, right? This is going to look like you are making etel. Etel is making banku without cassava dough. Okay, so you're going to be adding all the dough in it and make sure it goes through the sieve. If you don't have a sieve, you can just we don't want it, forming lumps. That's why we're doing this, okay? So you have to find something of a similar design that you can pass your condo through, right? So you're going to be forming this banku, right? This is the Kenkey mixture. You're going to be forming it and you're going to be cooking it. So it's going to stay on fire, cooking it for a bit. And at some point you add some water. So I added some, it's like you're making banku, normal banku. So I added water twice and just about half a cup of water, not a lot of water. So it's going to look like this, as I'm going to show you. Like the color will start to change. So depending on the color of your dough, the color will change, will be darker or a bit lighter, right? So it looks like the food is cooking, right? But it's not cooking. You add another half a cup of water, as you see me just do, and then you keep stirring it. You stir it, and this is the hard work, right? Because you feel it in your arms and your shoulders, like macho, right? And then once it becomes nice, or the color changes to that color, this color that you see that the color has changed. It looks like it's a bit cooked. You take it off and then you set it aside in your bowl, right? You can form it immediately or you let it cool down a bit. That one is your preference, right? So what I did is I stirred it again. Make sure that every bit that didn't stir properly or didn't mix properly, that's what I'm trying to say, right, was mixed, and I set it aside just to prepare my leaves. So these are my leaves. You want your corn leaves, right? The best is one big one that you fold. It covers half of the bank. If you get one that can cover the whole ball, that would be nice. So I have some popcorn kernels and I have some black peppercorns, okay? So usually what I do is just for the avoidance of doubt, so that you see how the thing is. It looks like banku already, but normal Kenkey mixture that wouldn't look like this. It looks like banku already, right? So as I was saying, for the avoidance of doubt, I usually put popcorn kernels in the middle of the Kenkey, so that when it's cooked and I open it, you know that this is the Kenkey that I have made, so that you don't have any doubts like, Okotoya now, yeah, sure, so no, yeah, I don't believe it. I can't make this. I just want you to believe that you can make it, because I have made it right in front of your eyes. Just say, my Wenisu, what a shock, brofo. Right in front of your eyes. Just say, my Wenim bear. And I was there. Anyway, so the forming of the banku there, I've got like 3 or 4 Kenkey recipes, different with different, ingredients. So yeah, on my channel, so you should be able to know how to. But if you don't, I'll do it again for you to say. So this is where I open and I pour in my popcorn, right? I thought it was a lot, right? Pour in the popcorn and then I've put it back together, right? So I'm going to form another one. And what I do is, when I do that, I put just a little leaf in it, so that when the Kenkey is finished, because I'm not going to cook one Kenkey, it's a lot. It's about 8 or 10, right? I can just identify that this is the one I'm looking for. So to form your Kenkey, so you put just one ball in the leaf and you just keep covering it. Make sure that the leaf overlaps the first one that you have, put the dough in. Make it overlap, otherwise it will pop. And as you twist it. As you twist it, you'll be squeezing the edge gently. Where my blue finger is, yeah, you'll be squeezing there gently. The blue finger is because I've cut my finger. It's not for me to be able to show you where it is. And for this Kenkey, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it because the little leaf I put in there, I think I may have removed it by accident at some point. So I couldn't find it. So whoever will eat that Kenkey, in the middle of eating the Kenkey, they will find, maybe it will be me myself, when I'm eating it. And I will see, say, boy, but that'll be fine. But then medical man will be full for the bayasem. Anyway, yeah, then you mold it nicely, and that is it. So once that is done, it's the cooking phase, right? So you get another pot, or the same pot like me. I had to scrape I say on the under, no? And then you just line it up with some of the leaves. Otherwise, your Kenkey will bend. Your Kenkey will definitely bend if you don't line it up. Even when you have lined it up with leaves, it will miss shit. All right. And this what this means is that your kenkey is going to take less time to cook, because don't forget you've cooked it a bit already. So it takes less time to cook, right? So you add your water, make sure the water covers it, right? And then you cover it with whatever you want. I have more leaves, so I use the leaves to cover. And just bear in mind, when I finish, I don't throw my leaves away. Okay, the only leaves I throw away is the one I've used to mold the kenkey. But the one I used to cook and the one I cover it, I don't throw it away. I reuse it. Even the one I used to mold the kenkey, if I add the kenkey, I'll wash it and reuse it for the lining of the saucepan next time I make my kenkey. Okay, so I reuse it. And if for any reason it's good, I can use it to mold again. No problem. Wash it nicely and that is it. And if you want to know how I wash my leaves, I will watch my first kenkey video and you see how I did all that. Okay, so you cook it for 2 hours. You can cook it for more if you are not sure, but then I cook this, usually I'll cook this for 4 to 5 hours, but because look at how soft the kenkey is. And remember to mold your kenkey small. Why don't be like me? My kenkey, because the kenkey it expands, just a two it flies, right? So make sure. Right, so that is the kenkey done. Very easy. This recipe is a must try. It's a fail safe. It's foolproof. Foolproof is the right word. So make sure. And I served with some okra the first day, and then the second day, that is what you see later. I ate it with a friend is saying, you love this kenkey recipe. So this is the one. You see, I'm bringing out the popcorn little by little. Okay. Just an idea, Sammy, me pentem, come de me my break. Kenkey takes time. It takes time. This is where you are doing your outdooring. You've given birth and you're doing your outdooring. So all the pain is forgotten. All that you do is enjoying your child. So we are enjoying our kenkey. So I hope you really, really found this video useful. Okay, if you did, please give it a like and share. Your kenkey woes troubles are over because of this recipe, right? So yeah, that is it. And I'm going to leave the video that you saw at the beginning, at the end. So if you're interested, you can just watch it for fun. So when in general, when our person would see Samira or Kasakeke, because when you're doing that, then you have to, watch that video. So look at how soft the kenkey is. Meti dokuna wow to say dokunu. She said dokunu small one view. I didn't let the kenkey lay. She said everything must go. Okay. So this is where I found most of the popcorn kernel. So I'm just trying to show you the popcorn kernel. So it's just the kenkey we have made. You can see that, and that was delicious. So I hope you love this recipe just as I did, and you give it a try. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is day 2 of the kenkey, and I just warmed this kenkey. I'm having the kenkey for lunch. I'm not a fan of black pepper, so there's no black pepper here. In like black pepper with kenkey. With my fish. I know the fish in it. Fish. The fish is endorsed. She says it's not a lot. This fish recipe is coming to you soon. But then let's forget about the fish. Look at the kenkey. Our new recipe. Let me go up and look at that. The kenkey is a kenkey now. The kenkey need to look at. Can you see how the kenkey is? Oh, very malleable, nice and soft. I didn't heat it for long. See, share that yeah. But I have enough. As any okoto dokrono eya san who one contem na e cast no. That's how this one looks like. And we are welcome to you do one thing. And this kenkey is amazing. So yeah, if this is the two, the kuna the achiso. Now we are warm. I send it to Sakura. I didn't say. Inside me, ajo. The inside is cold. Look, kenkey lovers. Your kenkey woes are over. Mirinam. Hey, Fiako. Once now, sitting outside and eating so annoying. When you're eating fish, the papa say now once now. One can over the baby. No man said nothing no moody. You feel like you are like Jamestown or Bukom eating Kenkey. Hey, and this special pepper recipe. It looks very ordinary, but it's very special. And yeah, grow. I bring the recipe to you in my tilapia video. You know, also styled grilled tilapia recipe coming to you soon. So look at that. Just said the corner. The Kenkey is too good.
The Kenkey is too good. Sorry.
That's his face.
You calling a monkey?
Face like a monkey shadow.
Go eat your noodles, so let me eat my banku.
My noodles. Like, what you did?
Go and eat your indomie. Hey!
So you know what I love for cream crabs?
I've got some cream crabs as well.
Go and eat your noodles.